Border Patrol checkpoint. They have the dogs out, checking the cars. Well, everyone, I am in Valentine, Texas. Population 73. How about if I show you where it is on the map? We're way out here in the desert of West Texas. Here's the population history real quick. Peak population 1930, 629 people. Last census 73. It's very nearly a ghost town. I've already taken a preliminary drive through the town, and boy, there are some sights here. This is one of the most interesting towns I've ever been to, quite frankly. Lots of abandonment. Let me give you the median age, though, real quick, because that's interesting. 70.4. And look at that breakdown. 85% of the town is over 60. There is no one here under the age of 30. What that tells us is that this will be full-on ghost town in the near future. Now, this right here is the library. Let me look over here real quick. That's pretty nice. I've got some fake green grass there, and K. Johnson Library. There's a what looks like might have been a restaurant here. I'm not sure if it's open. Might have been a little tiny motel. Anyway, let's see. Huh. Look at that. Soup of the day. Beer. Yeah, can you see in there? Valentine, Texas Bar. Yes, we are open. I don't know. I'm thinking they're probably not open. Oh, first car I've seen in a long time. It's about a 40-minute drive out here from the nearest town. And I saw no one. Look at that. There's even a little chair on the porch, but I don't think anybody's living there. What do you guys think? I mean, I guess it's possible. There's a truck right there, and I hear a dog barking. Anyway, let me continue this preliminary drive in the town. Let me give you the ethnic breakdown real quick. 91% Hispanic, 9% white. Yeah, that's it. Amazing, huh? All this incredible decay. I bet you this place was really hopping back in 1930 when there were over 600 people here. And it's just almost gone now. Well, let's see, if I go up here and take a right, I can show you City Hall and a few other things. So let's head that way. definitely in the desert, aren't we? Man. Let me give you the median household income real quick. $30,833 a year. That's $530 a week. That is an entire household. Everybody 15 years old and older, their incomes combined. It's not a lot of money, is it? Poverty, 9.4%. That's not bad, honestly. As you saw on the earlier chart, there is no one here under the age of 17, so children's poverty is 0. 65 and older, 11%. Those numbers are all pretty good, even with those low incomes. There doesn't seem to be a lot of poverty. There's just a lot of abandoned places. Cost of living, though, is a 78. That's pretty low. So, you know, I guess people are doing okay. There's a house that someone lives in. There are no stores here. No gas station. That's for sale right there. I doubt you could look that up on the internet, get a price. Anyway, yeah, there are no stores of any kind. I guess to get gas and groceries, you got to drive. I want to say Marfa is about 37 miles away. And another town, Van Horn, which I'm going to show you next, it's about 35-40 miles away also. And look at this amazing stuff here, huh? And then right here, look at this house. Yeah, that sucker's about gone. What am I saying? That is gone. This one's not far behind. Well, here's the median home value real quick. $83,300. So you might be wondering about the name. Well, Valentine was founded in 1882. You guessed it, on Valentine's Day. That's the name. There's City Hall. And the post office here is called the Love Shack. And I'll show you that in a second here. I'll tell you about it. Valentine Community Complex. Now, these little RVs here are called Love Shacks. You can see the heart right there. Yeah, you can rent those if you decide you want to come out here for a visit. And while you're here, you can just explore all these beautiful old homes that are, they're just disintegrating. Well, I would hazard I guess that this is the fire department. It is. Okay. Valentine Volunteer Fire Department. How about that? Well, I'm just showing you some of the homes here that people do live in. Not sure about that one. I guess this was a church at one time. Oh, it is still Valentine Community Church. There you go. There's the sign. Well, there you go. How about that? Well, I'm on one of the other streets in the town. There's only like 3. Yeah, it's pretty much just the same. Look at all that cactus. That's something, isn't it? What a place. You guys know I just love towns like this. Well, there are definitely people living here. This little place. Look at that. I'm going to show you the post office. It is right here. It's nicknamed the Love Shack. Here, let me turn around and get right up on it. It's kind of famous for the cancellation stamps. When you mail a letter. Here, let me show you some pictures of them. The town is famous for it. There it is, the little post office. Yeah, there's what looks like a gas station here, but I don't think this is in operation at all. Yeah, that's sitting empty. Yeah, so people from the town, we're driving a pretty good distance to get some gas. So here, about a mile out of town, they have, well, it's an art installation. It's called the Prada Marfa. Now, I don't know why it's called that. Marfa's a good 40 miles away. But yeah, the state of Texas lists this as a museum. Here, let me get out and show it to you. It's called architecture or architectural land art. It cost $120,000 to build, and it's just one of the oddball things you see out here in West Texas. Yeah, and they actually have Prada shoes and purses in here, but it's not for sale. It is strictly display. Yeah, I was reading the state of Texas didn't quite know what to do with it at first. They wanted to say it was advertising, so the people who built this had to pay fees or whatever. But they finally realized that you can't really buy anything, and classified it as a roadside museum. And it's just an odd thing that's out here in the middle of frickin' nowhere. You know? Out here in the desert. Let me give you a look at everything around it. Yeah. Well, guys, can't really run you any numbers for this town. It's called Lobo, and it is full-on ghost town. The last person left here in 1991. I was hoping I could drive in there. There's a fence all around it. Keep the lonely places lonely. Yeah, Lobo, Texas. There's not a lot here, is there? Well, everyone, I am in the town of Van Horn, Texas. Now, this town's on the way to El Paso. I guess about an hour and a half out. The interstate runs by the town here, and it's elevated. So every time I come here or go by here, I look into the town and say to myself, man, I want to visit this place. Well, today is that day. Now, check this out. This is the original county courthouse. It is a museum now. Anyway, I'm going to turn into this part of town. Let me give you the population history real quick. 1990s peak population 2930. Last census, 1,000 people are gone. 1941. Yeah, this is very much a dusty desert town. How about if I tell you the median age? It's 48. And here's the ethnic breakdown. 89% Hispanic, 6% white, 3% Native American, 1% Asia. Yeah, so there's that. I think that's a mural of Jeff Bezos. The blue origin is referencing the spaceport that he's building outside of town here. This is the Church of Christ. Interesting style, isn't it? Yeah, this looks like old Wild West desert, doesn't it? That's pretty beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. Now this restaurant is kind of famous because, you know, John Madden, he wouldn't get on airplanes, so he would travel by bus to wherever the next game he was going to broadcast would be at. And he would always stop at this restaurant. And it got kind of famous because of that. But it appears that it is closed. Yeah, it's too bad. Alright, well, let's see. I'm out in residential. Looks like there's a church over there. We should go take a look. That's what I'm thinking. See what's over here. That's probably empty, isn't it? It's all boarded up. That's beautiful, isn't it? Primera Iglesia Bautista. That's First Baptist Church, isn't it? was built in 1901. It's on the National Register. I actually remember reading about that. Well, here's the median household income. $42,672 a year. That's $820 a week. Cost of living is a 79. Here's the index. So it's a beautiful house. Let's see. Here's poverty. It's a 18.7 overall. School-age children is pretty high, 42%. That's 4 out of every 10 kid lives in poverty. Folks 65 and older, it's 9%. That's actually a good number. I am on the edge of town, and as you can see, when you're on the edge of town, it is the edge of town. It's just open desert. Yeah, well, I'm seeing lots of really pretty neighborhoods here. Let me give you the median home value, $86,600. Looks like you can get a pretty nice house here. Pretty inexpensive. Yeah, it's pretty nice here. A lot of this in the town. I mean, they're not huge houses, but they're nice. And way out here in this part of Texas, you don't see a lot of grass. Yeah, people like to use gravel for the yards. Let me see, let me give you crime. 15 incidents per 1,000 people last year. Compares to 23 for the US. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's a pretty nice town, actually. Well, everyone, I am in Sierra Blanca, Texas. Now, here's a map real quick. Let's see, that translates into White Mountain, I believe, if my Spanish translation is correct. Looks like, I'm not sure what that was. Looks like, yeah, that was an old hotel. That's definitely gone, isn't it? And there's an old train depot right here. I guess it's a museum. Railroad Depot Museum. Well, let's see, in 1940 there were 850 people here. 2020, just a little over 300. But I was looking at the 2023 estimate, and they've got there being almost 700 people here now. So I guess the town is having a growth spurt of some sort. Median age here is 25.7. Well, I've got myself back here trapped, so let me turn around. Checking out these treasures of buildings. I mean, look at this old theater. Wow. How about that? Isn't that something? Yeah, anyway, median age 25.7. That's really young. Not sure what's going on. How'd you look at that? It's fantastic. Let's see, here's the ethnic breakdown. 59% Hispanic, 37% white, 1% black. What's left is mixed race. guess some younger families are definitely moving here. That's what the numbers suggest, doesn't it? Yeah, would you look at this? What was that, an old gas station? Alright, well, let's head deeper into town. See what we can find. Median household income, by the way, is $53,319 a year. Yeah, that's pretty good money. Check out this First United Methodist Church. That is so cool. Yeah, that's over $1,000 a week. It's pretty good money. Cost of living, whoa, a 95. That's higher than the state of Texas, a 92. But you look closer at that index. Housing's a big NA. For some reason, they don't have housing listed. But that was pretty easy to find. I went to Data USA. Median home value here is $68,000. Yeah, so I've been looking for this. Sierra Blanca is the county seat for Hudspeth County, and that's the county courthouse. Built in 1919. That is Spanish colonial. And check it out. I mean, you see there's no grass. I just use gravel. That's a beautiful old building. This is what you see out here. Like that last town, you hit the edge of the town and it's open desert. Looks like an old house. Huh? This town is notorious for the Border Patrol checkpoint that's right next to it. I showed that to you at the beginning of the video. That specific checkpoint is right here on the outside of town. It has ensnared lots of celebrities, including Fiona Apple, rappers Nelly and Snoop Dogg, Willie Nelson, Armie Hammer. I was reading that Nelly got caught with 10 pounds of marijuana at that checkpoint. That's crazy stuff, isn't it? Well, it's not a cat. I guess dogs don't count, do they? Yeah, another interesting thing about this town is between the years of 1992, let me say, and 2001, the state of New York used to haul their treated sewage from New York City by train to just outside of town here. And not only that, the state of Texas was toying with the idea of dumping waste. I think it was nuclear waste. And the city said, hey, enough's enough. And they put a stop to it. Boy, it's amazing how many dogs are just running around loose all over. Well, guys, I had just about given up. Yeah, I was feeling the pressure. I knew it was not going to be a good situation if I didn't find that. A cat. But there one is finally. Cat sighting acquired. Interesting old house. There's just no grass anywhere. A lot of mobile homes. Yeah, About half the streets here in town are gravel. Looks like that hasn't run for a while. This is what it's like to live in the desert, guys. Whatever that is, or was, it is long gone now. I saw this building. I was really wondering what it was. Maybe even an old post office. Not sure. School, maybe? Well, I'm not sure if you can see that house back there. Yeah, but it's for sale. I believe this is Williams Avenue. There's the sign. What do you guys think they want for that? I guess we'll have someone take a look. I guess I can pull up here and get a little bit closer look, huh? Yeah. What do you think they want for that? I'd be interested to know that. So we'll have someone look that up and let the rest of us know. Yeah, I've noticed that there is a police officer very actively patrolling the town. And it kind of makes sense because the crime numbers in this town are really high. Last year, 41 incidents per 1,000 people. That's much higher than the U.S. average of 23. Yeah, so be curious what's going on with that. Welcome, entering Vaquero County. All right, everyone, so that's going to be the end of this part of the video. Nicole and I are actually staying in El Paso, which is about an hour and a half from here. So I'm going to go back there, and together she and I are going to visit the National Border Patrol Museum, and then we are going to have a late lunch / early dinner at a local restaurant there in El Paso. So that's coming up next. All right, everyone, we are at the United States Border Patrol National Museum. There's Nicole. She's cold, so she's running inside. But I wanted to take a look at these vehicles first before we go inside. Now, I just want to stress that we're not coming here, or us coming here has nothing to do with politics. I just wanted to come here because I deal with the Border Patrol, or I have quite a few times, and they've always been respectful and nice to me. In fact, I talked to a Border Patrol guy yesterday for a couple minutes. You know, they've stopped me several times. Border Patrol is the only ones that ever stop me when I'm out on my travels, but they always just ask what I'm doing, and I tell them, and they leave me alone, and basically let me traverse the border without any issue. So I kind of want to see this museum. These guys, doesn't matter what the politics are, they've got a job to do, and I think I respect the job that they do. So anyway, yeah, we're going to show you a bit of this museum. So in this part of the museum, you have some of the vehicles that they've used. 5.0 Mustang. That's really interesting. And then they've got an old Jeep here. That would make more sense, it seems like, doesn't it?
Jeep? Yeah.
And then, check this one out. This is interesting.
Oh, this is cool.
I guess this was a really early Border Patrol vehicle.
Oh, you're allowed to get inside.
And then a plane.
Look, you're allowed to get inside.
Yeah, we'll get inside.
All right.
Why don't you sit down and pretend like you're flying it?
I will.
Yeah. Looks like fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, they have a collection of Hot Wheel sized vehicles. I collect Hot Wheels. I don't have any of these. I wonder where I could buy some. Yeah, they've got a big area where they describe the founding of the Border Patrol and many of the incidents that they've been involved in over the years. Some of the various uniforms that they wear. This is called a Modicom, I think. Yeah, this huge machine was used for communications back in the mid-'80s, right here in El Paso. We are at Los Bandidos de Carlos and Mickey's. This is one of the highest regarded and most popular restaurants here in El Paso.
I thought you said it was the most popular.
It's up there. So here we are. We're going to check it out. See if it's good. All right. Looks like we have some seats available at the bar. So that's where we are going. It's a beautiful restaurant. Let's give you a kind of a look at it right here. There's the main dining room in there. Yeah, it's really nice. It's the area where the bathrooms are. For an appetizer, we are having chicken flautas that you dip in queso. And then this is
Chips and salsa.
yeah, chips and salsa. The chips look very different.
They're just not cut. My goodness.
Okay. Smells really good, so let's see how they taste. So here's the verdict on this. These flautas are really good. That chicken tastes awesome. You can see it inside there. Of course, you just dip it in the cheese. Voila. Like a fancy chicken chips and queso.
I liked it better dipped in the salsa.
Yeah, the salsa's excellent. And you can tell these are fresh made.
Yeah, everything's very fresh. Very good.
Fresh made tortilla chips. Yeah. Very good. What do you think?
Mixing it all up. What if I didn't want it all mixed up?
Well, too late now. Our entrees are here. I'm having my favorite Mexican dish, tampiqueña, which is a steak smothered in peppers and onions, refried beans, and a cheese enchilada.
I can't hear you over my meal.
Yeah, Nicole's having fajitas again.
Yeah, but they look even better this time. I'm having shrimp and steak fajitas. And they smell amazing. And instead of beans, I got rice. And then I had to add some cheese because I am American. So, yeah, smells good. I can't wait to dig in.
Well, all right. They look good. Well, here's the thoughts on the food. It's pretty good. Tampiqueño is a little overcooked. It's not quite medium rare, but that's a very thin cut of meat, so it's difficult. I get it. Cheese enchilada is fantastic. Beans are good. How about you?
My fajitas are great. The steak is nice and tender. The shrimp are nice and plump and juicy. Peppers and onions are amazing. My fajitas are great. Yeah, everything was very good about them. I'm still going.
Yeah, we still got a ways to go, but it's pretty good. All right, here's dessert. We are having fried ice cream with honey and whipped cream. And this is a favorite Mexican dessert, sopapillas.
Sopapillas, they're kind of like donuts.
Yeah, it's a fried pastry it's coated with cinnamon and sugar, and you can smell it from here, and it smells pretty awesome, doesn't it?
Sometimes you dip them in stuff like chocolate or raspberry or even honey.
Well, these aren't. These are just cinnamon and sugar. That's all they need.
You are trying to get me fat.
All right, let's try it out. Well, here's the thoughts on the dessert. Really fantastic. It's like a cinnamon sugar donut, very similar.
It is a donut.
Well,
It's just a different shape.
it's not exactly a donut. It tastes a little different, but it is good. It's very similar.
Fried ice cream is amazing. I
Yeah.
love the coating on the ice cream.
Yeah, it's got a nice coating on the outside, and the ice cream's good and cold inside.
Yeah,
it's
the
really good.
fried ice cream I thought was really good. I've had fried ice cream before where the coating wasn't very much, I don't know, it was too thin. You couldn't really taste it. This fried ice cream, I really like the coating on it.
Yeah, it's good. All right, guys, here's the tab. 105.69. There you go. Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, we have a lot of things.
Well, we had appetizer, entrees, and dessert, and drinks.
2 desserts
2 desserts, and I had a couple beers, and you had a margarita
and a glass of wine.
and a glass of wine.
Yes.
That's not bad, actually.
No, not at all. That's very good.
So there it is, guys, the tab. All right, everyone, that's the end of this one. We are heading to Arizona next.
All right. In
Yes.
Tucson, right?
Tucson, yep. So we'll see you guys there.
Bye.